This is my week 4 lab for analog input and output with the two circuits, input circuit being the potentiometer, going to the pin 3, and then my LED going to output pin for the output circuit. So goal is to program the potentiometer to dim and brighten the LED. I did two versions of this program. I did a longer mapped out version. I did it through tens of thousand increments to make it more simple. It's a 16-bit analog input output for my board, but the values don't really show a difference except for by the tens of thousands, and it maxes out at 65,520. It's actually 65,536 it says on the board, but it does not go past 520. So I had declared everything that I need for the board, time, analog, inputs and outputs, printing the pot value, and then the sleep time, so that way it doesn't overload the serial monitor, and then it'll go through all these if statements. And it starts out with anything below 47,000, the LED will remain at 0, and then it goes up to increments, and it'll set each value through that way. The reason why it's set for 47,000, if it's beneath it, it'll remain 0, is because it doesn't, the potentiometer doesn't provide enough voltage up until that point. And if I don't leave it at 0, or I don't declare that, then it'll sit at the lowest point value of 4,700, and it won't dim down all the way. So this is the serial monitor going right now. These are the lower values. And then if I slowly increment it up, so right now it's at 35, and then we'll slowly towards 47. Okay, so it's almost there. So now, past that point, it'll light up all the way to its max value, which is 65,520. And then I can dim it back down. I can have a very tiny dim, which is nice. And so there's the 47. So if it goes below 47, it's dim. And then it's completely off. And then I actually have another program, like a simplified version. This time it just prints the pot value with its time delay, and then if the pot value is greater than 47,000, again for the same reasons, then the LED will pretty much take the same as the pot value. Else if the pot value is beneath 47,000, then the LED remains 0. So just load that, and then set that to 0 or the lower, which doesn't actually go to 0, but then I can do the exact same thing this program with just a lot less lines. Just make it all the way to 47, and then I can dim it. Only issue is if I don't declare the 0 again, it'll sit, so I can actually show what it looks like if I don't declare it. But this is just putting boundaries on it, so if I put a boundary on it, I can light it up, but I can't light it all the way back down because it's set to that. I can also just completely remove this. Or I could just remove this. And then I could do the same thing. So I could just go up 40 and then 45 and around 47 is when it starts to light up again. Now it's at 48. So that's proving without the conditions that it'll light up. So I can just do it without any sort of conditions, just directly linking the pop values to the LED values and control it that way. Almost pretty much the same way as without programming at all, just hooking it up to a power source and controlling it just purely through the resistance. But yes, those are how I mapped it out. Basically those two different ways, and then this is the simplest way.